So we got off our cruise ship this morning in Tampa, and we decided to go get a rental car for the day. We have a little bit of time before our flight this evening, so we just wanted to kind of cruise around, see the area, and try out a few local foods and anything else we kind of stumble upon.
Yeah, our Uber driver recommended that we come see St. Petersburg, so we're starting there.
We got a little surprise this morning when we went to pick up our rental car. They gave us a free upgrade to a convertible Mustang. So we are riding in style today. They even threw in free gas.
Yeah.
I don't know what we did to deserve it, but I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
Let's go. So we're just strolling around here in St. Petersburg. It's a beautiful area to just walk around in. Still early in the day, so not much is open, but it's nice to just stroll, especially after being cooped up on the boat the last 2 days. We just had 2 days at sea, which I always feel a little confined during that. So it's good to just be on land and kind of be able to stretch my legs and walk around a little bit. But it is hot out here today. I don't know if you can tell, but there's not a cloud in the sky, and that sun is just beating down on us.
So it is very hot right now. It's only, I don't know, like 10:30, and it's already 85 degrees. So I think we're gonna go find a place, get some iced coffee. So we just finished some very refreshing cold brew coffee. Definitely needed because it's very, very hot. I think now we're gonna leave St. Petersburg and head to Tampa for some lunch. Hopefully we'll get a Cuban sandwich. Our Uber driver recommended that we come here for lunch. So far, it seems really, really busy. He did say that pretty much every millennial will be here, and I think that might be true. The parking lot we had to go to like a second parking lot just to get in, so we'll see what it's like.
To get Cubans from a little shop in here called Hemingway's, which I actually read is one of the top places for Cuban sandwiches here in Tampa. So one thing that is a big misconception is that Cuban sandwiches are from Cuba. That's not actually the case. I found out recently they actually claim to have invented them here in Tampa, but that is disputed by people in Miami who say that they invented them. So there's kind of a rivalry between Cuban sandwiches in Tampa and in Miami. So the typical meat of a Cuban is pulled pork and ham. But here in Tampa, they throw in a bit of salami. So there's 3 meats on here, and it's claimed to have been invented by the immigrants that settled in this area to work at the cigar factories. So they each brought kind of part of their own heritage, and they needed a quick food, so the Cuban sandwich was invented. So you can see it's kind of a flat press sandwich, has a bunch of meats like I described, and then mustard and cheese. That was really good. So all the meats work really well together. I've had Cuban sandwiches before, but never with salami, and I think that's really bringing everything together better than I've ever had a Cuban before. I didn't think that just one ingredient could do that. and I kind of thought it was going to be weird to have salami on here. But apparently that's from the Italian immigrants that had settled here and kind of blended with some of the Cuban immigrants and some other cultures. But this is really, really good. The bread is nice and crispy. The meat is all very tender. And then the mustard and the cheese just add that extra little bit of flavor to finish it all off.
So we also ordered some chicharrones, which I usually think of as being like a crispy, almost like a pork rind. But these ones actually look more like what we in Louisiana call cracklin, which have more of like the fattiness and the skin with it. You want to see? Those are there. And it feels mostly like fat. I can like see the juices coming out of this, so I'm very excited to try this. It's very juicy, like I said. It's really good. Very moist. Very fatty, but so good. Melts in your mouth for sure.
So we finished up with lunch. That was really good.
Very good. I am so stuffed.
Yes, we split a sandwich and the chicharrones, and that was way more than enough. We were thinking about getting dessert, but just no room right now.
Not right now. Maybe later.
So while we were in there, I did a little bit of research. So apparently this place, the Aperture Works, used to be, so Tampa used to have a electric streetcar system way back in the early 1900s, around 1910 or so, and this was where they did maintenance on the streetcars. So it was kind of abandoned for a while, and within the past few years they've renovated it and turned it into this really big, kind of nice food hall. It's real busy in there. A lot of really good looking food places.
Yes.
I wish we had a few more meals here to try a few.
Definitely. So now that we finished our lunch, we decided to come to the Riverwalk. So let's see what this is all about. This shade though does feel really, really good. Yeah, I'm used to heat and humidity in New Orleans, but I think just being in the direct sun that the Riverwalk is in the whole time is a lot. Definitely looking forward to getting a cold drink later after this walk, for sure.
So we saw signs for the water taxi as we were walking by, but we didn't see the taxi till just now when we're almost back to where we started. It would have been nice to sit down a little bit and just relax and go down the river. We did see the prices. It was a little pricey, but I think it'd be worth it.
So now we are headed over to Cigar City Brewing, trying some selection of their beers before we leave Tampa today.
Definitely need a cool beverage.
Definitely. So we'll see you there. Just finished having some tasting, beer tastings at this place, Cigar City Brewing. It was very good. There's definitely a wide selection, a really nice big tap room. So if you're interested in something in the Tampa area, I definitely recommend coming to Cigar City Brewing. Oh. Done with our trip to Tampa.
Yeah, we're in the Tampa airport now, waiting for our flight back to New Orleans.
Yeah, and I think we had a few thoughts on Tampa and what we may have done differently. So one thing I noticed, maybe if we had had more time, that would have been good. Would have been to get like a city pass or some discount cards for museums and other events. Some of the museums around town we wanted to go to, but were a little pricey. And I think I saw that they had like a city card. I would look into that before you come to Tampa to maybe get some discounts on some events or museums or places, some attractions, places to go, like the zoo, the aquarium, that sort of thing. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.